Yeah, hi. This is going to be a video response to a young YouTuber by the name of Sequester Zone. And this isn't going to be my usual video where I ask dumb fuck questions about uh, philosophical musings. This is going to be a little bit of an advice. First off, you're doing the right thing. You need to move on with your life. These people don't want discourse. They don't want dialogue. They don't want any kind of conversation. What they want to do is point something out that they feel you did wrong, and then have you listen to their lecture of you. They don't actually want to have any kind of discourse about what you actually did. They want to tell you what you did, and then have you comply to them. Because it fulfills a kind of need in their life that they're not getting anywhere else. And you probably have seen this before. A good example was probably with Peach and DevShell. One of them is a vain, vapid, diva bitch, and the other is the Peach, who, is pretty stupid as a person as it is. But those two don't want any kind of a dialogue. They just want to go around and be basically the drama queens and prom queens of YouTube high school and point at people and laugh. No actual conversation. But I have some concerns. You're doing the right thing in that you're trying to get out of the YouTube drama circuit. You're trying to get into a more artistic situation with the YouTube Atheist Hell, I think that's called, and your other video, Christopher, I can't pronounce your last name, Amaris. It sounds very like an Egyptian god. But here's the thing, you're already making a classic mistake. Once you leave, they're going to try to pull you back in. Eventually, you're going to do something on one of those channels that they're going to consider problematic. And then they're going to try to do everything they can to get you pulled into this. You got to remember, they don't actually want a conversation with you. They want to lecture you. They want to talk down to you. They want something in their lives to fulfill some empty need they have. Now, if you're going to do that, what's going to happen is you're going to stay in this kind of endless cycle with these people for the rest of your YouTube career. Like, there's no getting out of it. I have been on YouTube watching the comments, watching the videos, not necessarily participating, but watching it kind of the way some people watch wrestling. And I could say, anytime someone tries to leave, and they do what you did, where you answer any kind of, I wouldn't say criticism, because it was mostly just an accusation, but accusation, they just want you to come back in. They need you more than you need them. If you leave, they lose all their power. If you don't respond to them, then they have a lot of anger for you. And that's true of every YouTube community here. The MRIs certainly. They're more like children. They will continue to scream and cry until a feminist responds. Now, a feminist is a little bit more emotionally stable. She's, or he, is at least in high school. But, like most high school students, they're not very smart either. They're going to try to get you to do what they want. And that's not necessarily following their opinions, but basically to respond to them and to talk to them while they make fun of you and lecture you and talk down to you until either you get tired of it and then they'll declare victory no matter how hard you pwned them. And then they'll do it again. So this is what you need to do. You need to stay away from these people for at least a year. No matter what they say to you, no matter what they do, you need to stay the fuck away from them. You need to tell them to fuck off. The coldest thing you can do to these people is just block them. Block them immediately. The moment they think anything you say is problematic or full of shit, just block them. You know who they are. So you don't need to do the experiment of like who, if they're sincere or not. They're probably not. And just block them. Because they're already kind of circling the wagon around you. Because you've chosen to leave. And that's sort of my advice to you. There's no real way to have like a dialogue on YouTube about this. The only people I know who are really doing philosophical conversations is Philosoph2 and maybe the Green Brothers, and that's about it. So it's best just to leave and take the bewildered ape approach and just pick things you want to make fun of. Enjoy your life on YouTube. You don't need to do any of the shit with them anymore. You've done enough, man. You've done your part. So that's my advice to you. When the Archjustice reveals her ugly fucking head, remind her that she's a fucking moron, and then just block her and never speak to her again. It's the same with extremely boring. All these people are extremely toxic, as your video sort of has pointed out. And the best thing to do with toxic people is to not play their game, because they're like narcissists. Even negative attention is great for them. So that's what I hope you do. And I hope you enjoy and take my advice and enjoy making good art for people who deeply enjoy it. So there's that. Have a nice day.